is a good place because that's the basis of their message. Through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, we want to give you hope, and we want to give you a place where you can belong. And I feel like I belong here. Every culture has a name for God, and that's why God has always been here. He created us with His breath. I just felt supported, and I felt that there was kind people with the same kind of thought of mine, that I've always found it easier to serve people rather than to serve myself. So I think that's where I get strength, is the more I can help people, the more I can help myself, in a sense. When I started coming here, I had it gave me a foundation. I started calling myself a traditionalist Christian, or a Christian traditionalist, long time ago, but everybody always said that wasn't possible. I've been told that if I follow Jesus, I'm not gonna go where the Indians go. So it's really confusing. So that's where I feel like where the Christian Reformed Church came in, is that they're acknowledging our culture, but they're also acknowledging that we need that higher power, and that it's still there. Like, even when we were in teepees, we were still talking to God and praying to the great Creator, whatever His name was, to whatever culture you may be. God is good, and God's going to find a way to touch all of us, regardless of what culture we're in. The more I learn about colonization, is the more I'm realizing that our family just passed on the alcoholism, not the medicine. And so that with me now, being a Christian traditionalist, I feel like Jesus is giving us back to good medicine. And I feel more whole, I could say, today than from that first day when I walked in. I love all my family, but it's so hard to see the meth use that's hitting all our families. And to me, it's just another consequence of colonization. Because, my boys, I didn't want them to be gang members, and I didn't want them to feel so lost. I just keep thinking that the meth is putting holes in everybody's brains, and that's what's making everybody so chaotic. And it's just hard, to watch your kids and your brothers and your sisters. And it's just, so I keep praying. I need to be a prayer warrior, because it's hard knowing that we do it to ourselves, like the tragic deaths that keep happening in our families. And that's the part that makes me a little insane, trying to find, so I just keep praying, and I just keep hoping that that through the power of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, that He can heal everyone's hearts, because He knows, He created them, so He knows when a heart's missing something, and He can fill it very fast. He can fill it abundantly. So that's what I pray for, just to fill our hearts, and to know that. And I think ICF is a beginning, and a place where it's safe to be Indigenous, and it's safe to be a Christian, and it's safe just to let God love us. So I think that's where we come in as volunteers or supporters of the ministry, is that once they see the strong ones, we can still hold each other up. And as a mother, I want to be able to hold up another mother and say, it's not our fault that our babies are lost. We just got to keep praying for God's will to be done. I'm learning, the more I come every day and the more I serve others, I'm learning that the stronger I get, the stronger I can be for my kids and my grandkids. I want to be the best Nana for them, and I'm trying so hard not to pass on addictions, but rather just medicine, good medicine. So that's what I'm trying to pass on, is the good medicine, not my addictions. Just let God's love flow instead of our perceptions or, yeah, God is good, God is great, and we have to start there.
It's been a little while since we've been coming here. The intercultural grandmothers uniting. And we sit in a circle because no one's better than the other when we're in a circle. And that's how we're seated, and when they put the chairs out for us, it's in a circle. And that's what I think is good, because no one is better than the other. No one is, really. Some of us are just luckier to get maybe a little bit of knowledge and a bit of, education maybe. Others didn't have that.
I would like to make sure and thank ICF for all they've done, actually, to help the grandmothers along. If it wasn't for them and giving us a space, whether we can pay for it or not, and being very welcoming and helping us. They are always there, and we need to keep them. They need to be here.